Hey, what is going on guys? Techthusiast here, and this is a camera comparison video between the Xiaomi Mi 8 against the OnePlus 6. These two phones are arguably the best flagship phones you can get at a lower price, but which of these have the best camera? Let's find out in this video. Just before starting the comparison, here is an overlook of the camera specs. The Xiaomi Mi 8 has a dual 12 megapixel camera which consists of OIS and 2x telephoto. The OnePlus 6 has a dual 16 megapixel camera which supports OIS and EIS. As for the video recording, the Xiaomi Mi 8 can currently record 4K at 30 frames per second and slow motion video at 240 frames per second at 1080p. The OnePlus 6 is better here. It can record 4K at 60 frames per second, slow motion video at 240 frames per second at 1080p and 448 frames per second at 720p. Starting off is this white flower. They both look very similar in terms of details, however it is slightly warmer on the Mi 8. Next is this rose, and the red on the OnePlus 6 looks very aggressive. It is quite saturated and hard to distinguish the petals. It is better on the Mi 8. On this photo, the photo in the OnePlus 6 came out quite bad in terms of color accuracy. It is better on the Mi 8. On this photo of the tree bark, it looks slightly more detailed on the OnePlus 6. This could be because the Mi 8 did not focus in properly. On this photo, you can see a slight color variation of the bricks between the two. If you take a look at the mouse, it is sharper on the Mi 8. You can see the word Logitech clearer. On this photo, it is a tad bit better looking on the Mi 8 and the color accuracy overall is better on the Mi 8. This red here is actually slightly more vibrant in real life, but both look slightly dull here. The OnePlus 6 being worse, it just looks washed out. The Huawei P20 Pro captured it best, and you can see that camera comparison on my channel. On this photo, the blue and yellow is slightly lighter on the OnePlus 6, and again you can see the washed out back on the OnePlus 6. And on this photo, what is originally purple looks lilac on the OnePlus 6. It just did not capture the color accurately. Moving on to the first portrait photo, not seeing anything major different here apart from the background. It looks really warm on the Mi 8, but it is accurate on the OnePlus 6. And on the second portrait photo, the details are better on the Mi 8, but again the color accuracy is better on the OnePlus 6. Some indoor photos. This was taken in room lighting conditions, and the Mi 8 is better here. It has less noise compared to the OnePlus 6, which you can notice on the bottom half of the photo. This was taken with the lights dimmed, and you can notice the color differences between the two, and the OnePlus 6 looks better here. Here are some outdoor low light photos, and in this one between the two, the OnePlus 6 is better here. It has less noise than the Mi 8. This photo was taken with street lighting, and again you can see more noise on the Mi 8. This photo was taken with little lighting, and the Mi 8 seemed to have pulled in more lighting than the OnePlus 6, which resulted in a slightly brighter image. This photo was taken with less lighting as possible. It is slightly brighter on the Mi 8 but noisier compared to the OnePlus 6. And finally, the same photo as the previous one but with the flash enabled. You can notice the color differences. The OnePlus 6 is yellowish, but I prefer the Mi 8 here. This is a focus test video recording on the Xiaomi Mi 8 to see how fast it focuses with the background and the foreground object. This is a focus test video recording on the OnePlus 6 to see how fast it focuses with the background and the foreground object. In this video comparison, do look out for the animated speaker icons so you know which device the audio is coming from. So this is a video recording at 1080p 30 frames per second between the Xiaomi Mi 8 and the OnePlus 6. So as you can tell, once again, it is a very nice day. This has been recorded just after 5 o'clock, and we don't seem to have anything here apart from the algae. So I'm just going to walk up here, do a short jog to see how the video stabilization is between the two, and come to a stop just here. Now moving on to 4K video recording at 30 frames per second. between the Xiaomi Mi 8 and the OnePlus 6. So it's going to be a short jog again to see how the video stabilization is on 4K between the two. Okay, and let's just have a look at what we have here. We don't seem to have any swans, just the ducks. And let's just take a look of the surrounding area. So that is the end of this camera shootout. For daylight photos, I would say the Mi 8 was better of the two. It was slightly more detailed, the color accuracy was better, such as the reds. For portrait photos, the Mi 8 was sharper, but the photos came out really warm. The OnePlus 6 wasn't too bad, even though it has a dedicated sensor for depth of field. As for outdoor low light photos, overall the OnePlus 6 was better. It had less noise than the Mi 8, but when the flash is enabled, the Mi 8 took better photos. For video recording, the stabilization is slightly better on the OnePlus 6 for 1080p videos. On 4K 30 frames per second videos, there is no stabilization at all on the Mi 8, which is really disappointing. What's worse, there is no 4K 60 frames per second on the Mi 8, however it is definitely capable as both of the phones are using the same Snapdragon 845 chipset, so it should be added in the future. Now having said that, the audio quality is better on the Mi 8. So what did you think of this comparison video? Which of these phones will you or have you bought? Do let me know in the comment section. It is tricky buying the Mi 8 in certain countries as it is not widely available, so the prices will differ depending on where you buy it from. Now if you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, then do consider subscribing to see more content, and make sure you enable the bell icon to get notified as soon as my new videos drop. Do follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and like always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you in the next video.